Hello guys, this is Roy69501 and welcome to my channel. Well, the comic that I'm gonna display is Green Lantern issue number 55, but it's part of that mega crossover back in the 90s, which is Zero Hour. Check out this cover. We got Parallax on one side and then we got Hal Jordan on the other side. Awesome cover, just love it. Okay, stay there. Okay, here I'm gonna give you my thoughts for Robin, Son of Batman. But the story starts from Convergence, New Titans, issue number 2. Check this out. Here's issue number 1, which is a nice cover. Issue number 2, also nice cover. Issue number 3. And issue number 4, which is for me is the best so far, just because I'm a big fan of Deathstroke. Okay, this story arc. Well, like I said before, it starts here on Convergence, New Teen Titans, issue number 2. Well, basically the whole story goes around where the year of the blood, where he has to do certain amount of tasks to become kind of like the leader of the League of Assassins. So basically it's about Robin doing his task, different part of the world, kind of like Indiana Jones, kind of. Well, the story of his different tasks are fun. But also what I like is the reference that they use here from the previous series, Batman and Robin. There was a part where, in the beginning of the series, when Damian, first time or a few times later, he went into the Batcave and he was just standing there and he grabbed a flying bat. He just grabbed it and squished it with his hand and crawl into cave inside the Batcave. Well, on issue number 1 or 2, well, he was training in the Batcave. So he lost balance because of a cat. Go figure. And he falls into the same cave inside the Batcave where he crawled the dead bat. So once he wake up, he look on his side and he sees the skeleton of the bat when he killed in the beginning, as you can see here. That's on issue number 1, on the bottom panel. That's the skeleton of the bat that he killed with his bare hand. He just squashed it. And they also have reference with when Damian killed Nobody. When he used the 2 finger and stick it in the forehead, when just instant kill. Well, somebody went underwater to search for Nobody's helmet. Happens to be Nobody's daughter, who is taking over him. That's another reference. Also, it has a lot of little bits of reference with the previous series, which is fine. So the main story here, besides those Year of the Blood tasks that he has to do, the main story here is the relationship between Damian and Nobody's daughter, or in this way we're going to call it Nobody. You see, she wants to avenge his father, but she doesn't want to. Also, she was working for Deathstroke, some kind of task. The thing is that she decides to quit. So we get to see that Nobody is not such a bad, actually Nobody's daughter is not a bad person as his father. His father was just a killer. But her daughter, even though she was not trained directly by his father, but she had a lot of knowledge about him, so she's kind of like a good guy. kind of hard to trust. I will let you know how the writers are going to develop Nobody's Daughter. I would say that she might develop being an anti-hero. So the whole story, even though it talks about his past, is basically more about Damien and Nobody's Daughter. So they end up having a confrontation with Deathstroke because nobody has a debt with Deathstroke, but Deathstroke didn't know that his father died, that nobody died. So when he confronts Nobody, well, he noticed his daughter and said, well, who are you? I mean, what happened to your old man? And that's how Deathstroke figure out that nobody, the original Nobody was dead. The thing is that also here tells you that the best way to get Deathstroke off your back, just ask him, how much it will cost me to get you off my back? If you have the money to pay for it, then you pay for it, and Deathstroke, he just leaves, and just leave you alone. That's how Deathstroke is. For him, you know, money talks and BS walk. That's with Deathstroke. So, like I said before, even though it deals with different tasks of Damien for the Year of the Blood, Indiana Jones style, kind of. So it's more, I like more the story between Damien and Nobody. So if I had to choose between the two different stories in one, I would choose Robin with Nobody. They have I like the chemistry. I like how how they combine those two different opposite characters together. How they can get along, even though that Nobody's daughter knows that, wow, that Damien killed his father. And Damien knows that the new Nobody is the original Nobody's daughter. So it's kind of like they're enemy and friends at the same time. And I like that part of the story. Overall, it's a good story. Believe me, it's really good. It's just that the Year of the Blood task, well, it's okay. I like more the story between Damien and Nobody. That's the best story. How their friendship, they learn how to trust each other. How Nobody, she's a bit smart mouth and Damien doesn't like it. How Damien tried to be bossy, but she doesn't listen to him. You know, little things like that. And that's what brings the story to life, you know. So overall, it's a good story. And I will give it 4 out of 5. Well, guys, this is it. I hope that, oh, I forgot to mention, during this story, which is the most important thing, we get to see that Talia as Ghul, she came back to life. Oh yeah. We know that Damien, one of his tasks, he get to find the Lazarus pit, which that's also important. I was almost going to leave out those 2 points, which is very important on the story. So what's gonna be with Talia as Ghul, Damien's mother? She's crazy or what? We don't know. At least I don't know. And that's it. I almost forgot to mention those 2 key points of this whole story. And now I'm done. Well, guys, this is it. Till then, bye.